Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. So today I'm going to create a an ID card repository with Strapi. So okay, this is the admin page that I have in Strapi. So first, to configure the Strapi, we have to just type service mongod status enable to make sure that in order to make sure that the MongoDB is running in the background, so we can configure the Strapi with MongoDB, because if we use like quickstart, for example, yarn create Strapi dash app id dash card dash repository dash dash quickstart, so it will configure the database management system to SQLite. So I don't want that, and I want to custom my installation to Mongo. So I will just so this is how I run the Strapi. Actually, to create the Strapi app named ID card repository, and then I will be prompted to choose installation type and then click customs, and then for the database client I will select Mongo, and for this configuration I just followed the Strapi documentation, which requires MongoDB to be installed locally. I'm using Ubuntu, so if you have not installed MongoDB yet, you can follow these steps, or if you are using Mac or Windows, you can just follow the steps here. And then I have just set the configuration like this, and I left the username, password and authentication database to blank. Just I left it blank, and then my application was created successfully in this path. Here id dash card dash repository, and then we will look at the folder ID card repository. Just click on the config, then go to the database.js to make sure that we have set database client to Mongo. As it says, the connector is Mongo's. Okay, then next I will open the application by changing the directory, and then type yarn develop, and here after logging in I have this dashboard. So here is the actual dashboard, which I have created a collection type named ID card repository. Currently I have no users and entries in ID card repository. So if I have created ID card repository that consists of 13 fields, which are namely Anika, name, birthplace, birth date, sex, blood type, address, religion, marriage status, occupation, nationality, expired date, and picture. I mean, these are some fields inside the national ID card, or which is called KTP in Indonesia. So I have the schema here. Actually, this is a bit different if we compare to the fields here, but I have created schema, and the fields I created here are configured based on the schema, especially the data type. For example, Anika, which indicates the unique number or identifier of a person. Maybe I should have set this to integer. Oops. Here we are. For Anika consists of number, so it is integer. For a name, I'm gonna search for the actual example. So a lot of KTP here. Maybe I can open this one. Okay, I just make this make the tabs smaller. So as you see, Anika consists of numbers, which I set the data type to integer, and name is string. Birthplace is the tempat lahir here, which is string also. I mean, mainly the data types used are string, but for example, like birth date, we need date here. So the data type is set to date, and then sex, or it is called jenis kelamin in Indonesia. I set the data type to string, but I mean, we only have two options, which are laki-laki and perempuan. Laki-laki is male and perempuan is female. So I have set the enum on several fields, as the options are limited. For example, I cannot set the sex to, for example, ABC, because it doesn't make sense. And same thing goes to blood type, marriage status, nationality, and etc. And for the address column, I mean for the address, it has several data inside. For example, RT, RW, desa, kecamatan, which are I can say specific data in address in Indonesia, in Indonesian address. And then I configured the data type of religion to string. Occupation is also string. Nationality, there are only two nationalities, which are WNI or WNA, which is WNI is Indonesian, and WNA is people who holds nationality nationalities other than Indonesian. For expire date, I have set to date, and the picture I have three data here, which are first profile picture, the picture inside the KTP, and the card picture. The card picture itself is this a single card picture of this single card, and with person picture means a picture of a person who a picture of a person holding the KTP or the identity card. So I have three pictures here, and then issued province, city, and date. We cannot see here, but actually, for example, if it is published or issued in Jakarta, this will be written on the top of the identity card, which says Provinsi DKI Jakarta, Kota Jakarta Selatan. That is just an example. So this is the schema. I will save this, and yes, these fields, these fields are made based on this schema. So that is about content type, and then we will use GraphQL. I will use GraphQL in this application. So go to Marketplace tab and check for the GraphQL plugin, and make sure the GraphQL plugin is installed, and I have this installed. And go to Roles and Permission tab, and I will just add new role. I have added a new role called Manager, and for authenticated users, I allow them to do these six actions except delete, and they are also allowed to upload. Same things go to manager role. And for public role, currently I have not set anything yet, because this is ID card repository and it is just dangerous to be able to seen by public, even if just fine action. So I will not allow this public role to conduct any action currently. So currently I have not any entries. I don't have any entries in these content collection types. Maybe I will add it later. Thank you very much for watching. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.